Welcome, friends. This is Archangel. So, I have to confess, we here at Liberation Y, we're all just a bunch of ugly, pimple-faced, jaded, gaming Peter Pans who have failed to launch. That's what you want to hear, right? Yes, the vaginasty and the manginas and white knights which serve them are so right. We MGTOW are a bunch of irrational woman haters who can't get laid. A useless lot of misogynistic Dungeons and Dragons flunkies who blame everybody else for their immaturity. Oh, and let me guess, we're gonna die alone, surrounded by our never-been-out-of-the-box action figures, right? Well, that's poetic justice for a bunch of woman haters, huh? Death surrounded by anthropomorphic facsimiles because in life, we squandered our time hating actual humans in female form. Woman haters. Curious, when a man sticks up for himself or places his welfare above that of a female. When a male refuses utility and expendability, he is always and forevermore a woman hater. I have heard this particular shaming tactic used time and again when discussing male devaluation. And I know other males receive these same retorts when they make their positions known about the fallacy of romance and the downright inequity of marriage and the environment of male devaluation and disposability. Women haters. This is a clever shaming tactic wrapped in a shaming tactic. First, they attach hater to woman, which makes it sound like you're a Klan member in white sheets burning effigies in people's yards. And in this age of political correctness, you do not want to be seen as a hater of any kind. Somebody calls you a woman hater, you're immediately thinking, shh, damn, don't talk so loud, and looking around to see if anybody heard that. We do not want to be seen as a bigot in public, regardless of whether we actually are or not. And because of this political correctness, when someone levels the accusation of woman hater at a male, because of this atmosphere of gynocentric correctness, our immediate reaction is to deny the accusation and disprove their assertion. It is reverse psychology. Calling guys woman haters causes the knee-jerk reaction for guys to profess, prove, and demonstrate their love and devotion to females. It's actually a pretty good shaming tactic and recruiting tool, because either way it takes the focus away from male welfare and places the attention back on females. So this accusation first shames you as a bigot, then shames you for not taking on your responsibilities like other males, and finally it shames you for weakness. Oh, you've been hurt before and have given up on all females. You sad, weak little murdering rapist plunderer, you. Oh, you could say calling someone a man-hater has the same reverse psychological effects, but that would be incorrect. Gynocentrism assures that nobody cares about male anything because we all, both male and female, desire female welfare and female well-being, female exaltation. People don't fear being called a man-hater. In fact, many revel in this moniker. It's kind of funny how males get called woman haters from their very brothers still bowing before their breasted deities. We have freed ourselves from our yokes, and as we are walking away, the oxen, still under the yokes, still pulling the carts, still under the lash of a whip, are calling out to us, "Oh, you are a bunch of yoke haters." They think that maybe if they say it often or loud enough, that we might, just might, come back, take up our yokes, and pull carts right next to all the others, just so we can all commiserate our miserable existences together, while having whips cracked at our backs to move faster. Calling males woman haters does actually yield some males falling back into line, and thus into worship at the gynocentric altar, so they may once again commiserate on all the honeydews or child support they have to pay, or the Mercedes they bought the wife while they duct tape together a Hyundai, or the toys they have to sell, or the friends they are compelled to estrange in order to make the woman happy because she doesn't like your friends. And remember, happy wife, happy life, right? So the oxen under the yokes and the females cracking whips at their backs call the emancipated oxen going their own way woman haters any and every time they possibly can. You see, what is really being said is, we slander you as a woman hater out of desperation and jealousy because you are strong enough to break free of the utility and claim your power, thus placing your welfare above that of the golden uterus. Whereas we are too weak to overcome vagina. But hey, if you come back, then we can all lament how miserable our lives are because of females. You can come back and join the Misery Loves Company Club. Oh, I have had every woman-hating justification leveled at me. The brainwashed masses cannot fathom a straight male turning his back on females. It actually humors me, the level of abject ignorance present in the issuer of such accusations and superfluous slander. So, liberated males are such because they hate women. And why do liberated males hate women? Well, you hate women because, you're gay. That's it, you're gay. Oh, yes, I am a raging queen because I do not bow before females and the vaginasty. Yes, I am such a flamboyant fairy. I take out my anger at not being born female and thus entitled. I take out this frustration onto actual, entitled, privileged females. And being gay, rather than, concern myself with males and homosexual matters, I spend my free time disparaging females and heterosexual institutions. Okay. Well, if I'm gay, that would tend to imply that females and the vaginas they peddle really do not concern me. Yet, I'm trying to usurp the privilege and entitlement of females' manipulation of heterosexual males. Yeah, even though male-to-female usury and chivalry and social protocol have nothing to do with me. But I want to stick my nose in hetero affairs and ruin the easy ride that females have at the behest of heterosexual male servitude. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm gay because I reject male disposability and spend my time spoiling female entitlements rather than chasing males because I'm gay. Remember, and I would assume that gay men would chase other gay men, rather than spend their time peeing in hetero females' disposable male Cheerios. Yep, instead of chase guys, I would rather demean females and warn heterosexual guys away from them, in hopes of, maybe switching them to my team. I know, because your magic wizard sleeve has no control over me, I must be gay, because it works on every other dude with a heartbeat. Since I reject male disposability, yep, I must be gay, because I seek to overturn injustice and retrieve males from suffering. You guessed it, I am so gay. I have to be gay, right? Okay, fine, if you're not gay, then you hate women because, Oh, you've been hurt before, haven't you? Oh, yes, I have an all-consuming vendetta against females, and rather than enjoy life, I am preoccupied with making all females suffer because of a high school breakup. I have been used by some anonymous chick, and now I spit in everybody's Wheaties because they found happiness, whereas I was hurt by my grade school crush. Oh yes, the "you were hurt and now you hate" meme is multifaceted in its implications that I am too fragile emotionally to get back up on the horse after falling down. It also lays down innuendo that I am weak because I have allowed 1 or 2,000 toxic encounters with females to jade me, and I am a pathetic wimp for allowing malicious female nature to sully my excitement for female servitude. So now I run away with my tail between my legs, shouting female curses over my shoulder as I flee. Oh, it's not just females. I do this with everything. I fell out of a tree once, and I broke my ankle. So now, guess what? I am a staunch tree hater, and I go around hating on trees to every squirrel or sparrow that will listen. I also stubbed my toe one time on concrete, and now I hate concrete. And I try to push asphalt onto anyone who is considering future options for their paving needs. But you know what? I'm not fooling anyone. People can see I'm just being a concrete hater over one stubbed toe, because we all know concrete is compassionate and benevolent. Next up, well, you hate women because you're immature. You're stuck in a self-centered, juvenile gamer phase, and females call you out on it. Yes, females are such angels, huh? Yes, I am such a flagrant, basement-dwelling Peter Pan mooching off the parents. Well, except I support myself and find time to help others. But guess what? I am so angry at being called out by females over my threadbare Spider-Man underoos that I wear 24/7 while eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch and playing Mario Karts in Mom's basement. So, I slander females because they have the wisdom and caring to call me out on my juvenile merriment and sloth. Hence, I may begin to move in the direction of my adult male responsibilities, meaning protect and provide for females, create dependence, and feed a gynocentric tax machine, and assume my role as expendable societal tool. Females are so awesome. They help males become shovels. I mean, females help males become men. Well, okay, fine. You hate females then because, you're jealous of them. Yeah, females are such perfect, divinely ordained goddesses of infinite worth, while I am such a worthless, wretched slug. Hence, I vent my displeasure and self-loathing by defaming superior beings in order to make myself feel better for being pond scum. Oh, and you know what? I am also jealous of hummingbirds. And you should hear the two-faced, cowardly, backbiting, hateful smack I slander them with on internet chat forums and YouTube videos. Okay, well, let's see, what's next? Oh, you hate females because they are too smart, too savvy for you, and won't simply roll over and give you what you want, meaning sex. This is actually common stereotypical presumption about males. I personally could not care less about sex. I'd much rather females roll over and give me money, but we'll play along with the inference here. Oh, yes, because females do not instantly drop and spread for me like melted porn star margarine, I hate them all. Yeah, that's a good call. You are so right about this point. Oh, yeah, and when the automated sliding doors at the grocery store entrance don't open for me precisely when I want them to, oh yeah, I go postal and I just start hating on all doors in internet chat forums, and I post door hating videos on YouTube. Well, you hate females because you're ugly and they're not attracted to you. They don't give you the time of day. Oh, yes, you are so right. I am so butt-stank ugly, I have to sneak up on a glass of water if I'm thirsty. That makes sense now. That's why I have to roll around in roadkill if I want the flies to play with me. Even though, by their own admission, females say that male looks really do not matter that much. And from a gynocentric position, males are utilities. It doesn't matter what your shovel looks like. Do your job, serve your purpose, then die. So, my looks really are irrelevant if I am utilizing myself for female consumption. Yeah, well, you hate females because, you've only known the bad ones. You never have been around the good ones. Good ones? Really? Where do I find these good ones who are devoid of female hypergamous gynocentrism? At church? On farms? Line dancing at a honky-tonk, or perhaps at political conventions and rallies of red elephants. No, wait, an isolated aboriginal tribe in the wilds of Borneo, yes? Where exactly are these soft and fluffy unicorns to be found? Oh, yeah, I know, Bible study class. That's right, that's where all the glistening unicorns belly up to the trough of male welfare and caring. Yeah. Good traditionalist-minded unicorns. But wait, one problem though. Traditionalist females are more toxic than the militant feminists. Okay, maybe a third world country is where they are hiding. Or no, a foreign bride website. Possibly on a female-only island. Or an underground colony. Or maybe on a passing meteorite. Where exactly do I find a female that completely ignores and totally denies herself the all-inclusive instincts and basal motivations that come with her having a vagina? Yeah, where exactly do I find a fish that doesn't swim? You know, I also go around and slander guillotines and electric chairs, but then again, I guess I just have not been exposed to the good ones. I am just an ignorant bigot because I haven't been exposed to the good waterboards or the altruistic avalanches or the benevolent typhoons. Gee, I just need to quit hating and get out there and search. And then, one glorious day, maybe if I can balance a spoon on my nose on a full moon when Venus aligns with Jupiter and the temperature is 32 degrees Celsius and the wind blows north-northwest at 3 knots, then maybe I'll find the right one. Perhaps if I just quit hating on spring-loaded metal jaws, then one glorious day I may be rewarded with that singular, special, selfless, compassionate bear trap to stick my foot in. Okay, well, you hate females because they waste their prime on other males. Ah, yes, the beta argument. Yep, you are right again. I'm just a slop chump beta who's angry because all I get are the stretched out, wrinkled up, rode hard, put up wet alpha male leftovers. And I am super pissed that females don't grace me with their youth when everything is tight, taut, firm, and mouth-watering. Instead, I am only offered the post-baby body and the post-baby expenses. So I go around hating on females as proxy for my jealousy of alphas. Oh, it is so much fun to hate by proxy. I love it. I also hate on the clothing industry because stronger, richer, better people got to enjoy clothes new and fresh, while I only get to suck them up from thrift store shelves after they've wrinkled, faded, and been stretched out. Well, you're not fooling anyone. You hate women because... oh, you're selfish. You don't want to share your money or things. Yep, righto. Female parasitism reminds me of my faults and flaws, and I hate females for reminding me of my selfishness. Yes, because I have the silly notion that my work and labor should benefit, me. I hate women because I have this crazy concept that maybe I do not work to attain provision just to give it away for the illusion of romance. Hence, I must be a jaded female hater because I dare to instruct guys that they should enjoy the fruits of their own labor instead of handing their material assets, their sanity and well-being, indeed their very lives, over to a female who actually expects and feels entitled to male utility. Oh, I must hate women. I am selfish, and I can't share my stuff with the poor, destitute, weaker, delicate flowers. Thus, I project my inadequacies onto a pure and innocent creature. I am so selfish, and I hate those who remind me of my deficiencies. Every now and again, I get dirty working on the car, and so I hate soap for reminding me of how filthy my hands are. Yeah. Okay, well, you hate women because you can't satisfy them. Yes, you are so right. Again, I hate the goddesses because I can't please them. Then again, no single male can satisfy a female's voracious appetite for protection and provision. Males around the planet have tried and failed for century after century, depleting their vitality, their very life essence, trying to please the vaginisty. Indeed, males cannot please females. Hypergamy is so hardwired that a female could actually meet God, who is the all and has everything, and still she would speculate, I wonder what his friends do, or what his brother looks like. However, the inference here is a sexual shaming tactic. You hate on women because you suck in bed, and they go elsewhere to get their rocks off. Yep, that is affirmative, comrade, because I never received a standing ovation or an award presented by an Oscar winner and a holiday in my name. After every single sexual encounter, I now go on a woman-hating rampage. Because I can't make them do that super fake porn star screaming lasting an artificial amount of time, I take out my dysfunction on females in the form of slander by warning males to beware of female usury. There are so many ludicrous, nonsensical accusations leveled at males for rejecting gynocentrism. However, woman-hating is one of the premier go-to insults. Psst, what? You demand respect and reject usury and abuse of males? Oh, I knew it. I told you guys. Didn't I tell you guys he was a woman hater? Yeah, now you owe me $5. And so, liberated males are labeled as women haters. And you hate women because you're stupid, you're a loser, your eyes are blue-green, you don't like eggplant, you can't jump rope and talk at the same time. Who knows why you hate women? Maybe you were dropped on your head as a kid. Maybe you weren't breastfed. Maybe there is a light breeze moving southwest today and diesel is $4.04 a gallon. People will throw any and every frivolous accusation at you when you denounce disposability. The pandering hordes cannot comprehend that males would value themselves enough to make their welfare a priority. Guys just don't do that. You are a shovel, and you are meant to serve, and so when you don't, there is something wrong with you. You must be damaged goods. Something is always wrong with the slave who refuses his chains and turns his back on the plantation. Oh, I love it. The brainwashed masses cannot fathom a male choosing to dismiss women. They cannot understand a male not seeking salvation through a female vessel. People cannot imagine a world where male worth comes from within himself rather than a derivative of the tasks he performs for females. Males are not meant to be content on their own. We need them to need females. I mean, how is a broom going to refuse to sweep? It has no other purpose. And how is a male going to refuse to serve female interests? He has no other purpose. When males willingly turn their backs on the majestic, magical, benevolent, exalted female, this absolutely flabbergasts the gynocentric mind, leaving it flummoxed. And thus, gynocentric pawns will predictably try to shame the loose ends back into line. Vaginisty agents will verbally coax you down to their level, where male devaluation, disposability, and servitude make sense. Since male power, pride, sovereignty, and liberation are as foreign to them as toothpaste is to the whooping crane. Thus, you don't open doors, or pay for dinner, or do all the heavy lifting. You are a misogynist. You don't bow, worship, or sacrifice your life for the greater good of womankind. You, sir, are sexist, chauvinistic, you're an oppressive hater of women. Yeah, women haters. Actually, males who turn their backs on women are the only ones who truly care about females. You see, this is the great irony. Males who refuse female usury and utility are the ones who actually care about female evolution. That's right. Simpering manginas and white knights do not care about the progression of female kind. They selfishly chase approval, affection, and identity-propping validation from servicing this superior caste of society. Blue pillars are happy with the female status quo, which leaves females as a sex stagnant. They deny females' personal growth. There is no motivation to climb to the mountaintop under your own power when you can be carried to the top. Yet to males who value themselves, we know females are capable of so much more than settling for an existence as pampered, spoiled, entitled, money-grubbing leeches upon males or Big Daddy government. Liberated males see the potentials of females, and by refusing to enable their lazy narcissism, We compel them to really soul search and dig within themselves for greatness in order to fend for themselves. Awakened males can see that females have greater potential than simply bartering their time and reproductive access for protection and provision. We know they have untapped personal fortitude, which they cease to develop the moment they realize that males and the state will pamper them, coddle, carry, and ultimately die for them. Hard to believe, yet true. Males rejecting women, traditionalism, feminism, and the malicious fallacy of romance. We are the only males audacious enough to practice tough love with females, to the point where we turn our backs to their temper tantrums, and once their tantrum subsides, they will still have to clean their own room. And one day, they will realize they are a stronger, robust being because they did have to clean their own rooms all by themselves. Whereas no personal growth is achieved on their part if males clean their rooms for them. By males turning their backs to female usury, we are teaching them to fish rather than delivering poached salmon every time they ring the bell. Tell me, who cares more about their charge? The coach who coddles their athletes and goes easy on them, or the coach who antagonizes and pushes their athletes to higher levels of skill and accomplishment? Who truly cares about the betterment of women? Feminists don't really care about female enlightenment or improving female nature to benevolent ends, since these entitled, rabid, man-hating he-for-she's are too caught up in hatred of males and the recruitment of others to their toxic ambitions of male extermination through prostrated servitude. Nor do traditionalist females care about the progression of womankind. They are all too happy to act the part of fragile little flowers, to get a meal ticket and a shield through life. Traditionalist males don't truly care about women. They are all too happy to infantilize females and pretend that their little version of house actually has merit, or that they are actually loved and respected by this infantilized woman-child. In fact, many males fall into the trap of joining the ranks, calling for a return to traditionalism as the appropriate response to misandry and feminism. This simply demonstrates their ignorance and laziness. Traditionalism, coupled with technology, spawned feminism. Feminism is a natural response of the infantilization of females on the corner of Technology Drive and Fat Government Wallet Avenue. So returning to traditionalism simply guarantees another feminist uprising somewhere in the future. Well, whatever, so long as I don't have to deal with it now, as long as we don't have to change or evolve gender relations to a different level, as long as we get our pat on the head, we can pass the buck on down the line for future males to endure. Oh, you bet. Conservative traditionalism is the way to go. Traditionalism started male utility and disposability, but traditionalism is somehow the answer to the very misandry that traditionalism causes. I wonder if the cure for my bee sting is to stick my hand into the beehive. By refusing subjugation and expendability, males are pushing females to higher levels of thought, introspection, and behavior. This will eventually lead to a whole new paradigm of relations between the sexes based upon reality, not fairy tale, and not manipulation and utility packaged as romance. We are doing good all around. We are walking away from a serious injustice and attempting to evolve our species at the same time. How more altruistic can you get? Woman hater. Psst, please. Oh, yepper, I hate women because I rebuke their abuse and refuse to enable their false entitlements. No, actually, I care about females enough to let them fetch the car in the pouring rain or open my doors. I am concerned enough about female welfare and personal growth that I will let them pick up the check for date night at Red Lobster. Trust us, ladies, it's for your own good. My friends, misogyny is a desperative, shaming tactic leveled at irreverent males. Do not fall for it. Stand with me, live free.